Good morning, it's Tuesday the 9th of September and this is your news today. Coming up, the deadline revealed for Erin Patterson to appeal as the killer cook is jailed for 33 years. Plus, the President versus Hollywood royalty, why Donald Trump is taking aim at Tom Hanks. And we'll take you live to London as Prince Harry returns to the UK. Is a royal reunion on the cards?
We begin, though, in Victoria, where the Premier has called for urgent talks with African youth community groups after an escalation in gang warfare. Let's go live to Today Melbourne reporter Christina Hearn. Chris, it comes after the double murder of two teenagers.
Carl, a 12-year-old boy and a 15-year-old boy walking home from a basketball game on Saturday night were set upon and brutally stabbed to death. This morning, 9 newspapers are reporting an internet meme was behind that brutal attack. That meme referenced the death of a youth gang member late last year. Neither of the victims were involved in that incident or gang members themselves. It's also being reported that those behind the double murder were also involved in a wild machete brawl at Northland Shopping Centre earlier this year.
Horrifying. Look, some parents, it's been reported this morning, are now sending their children back to Africa because they say it's safer than Melbourne.
Yeah, that's right. So this comes from the head of a youth African charity, AfriCause. He says that he's actually helping parents here in Melbourne send their children back home to Africa to be in boarding schools there to escape the gang violence, saying it's safer in Africa than being in Melbourne at the moment. And he's actually helped 7 teenagers relocate back to Africa in the past year. The Victorian Premier, Jacinta Allen, she's been criticised for being silent on this issue ever since the double murder over the weekend. She has broken that silence by saying she is calling crisis talks with leaders of the South Sudanese community groups to try and stem this growing violence. Carl.
Chris, thank you.
Erin Patterson is this morning waking up in prison where she will spend at least the next 3 decades of her life. The mushroom cook was sentenced to life in prison with a non-parole period of 33 years over the murders of 3 family members and attempted murder of a 4th.
You inflicted untold suffering on your own children, whom you robbed of their beloved grandparents.
Ian Wilkinson, the sole survivor of the deadly lunch, spoke outside court, thanking police investigators, the prosecution and health workers.
Our lives and the life of our community depends on the kindness of others. I'd like to encourage everybody to be kind to each other.
Erin Patterson and her legal team now have 27 days to lodge an appeal. Serious safety concerns have been raised after a protester rode a horse through crowds and on the sand at Bondi Beach, waving a Palestinian flag. The stunt unfolded just a day after violent clashes broke out at the same location. Police releasing photos of 3 men wanted for questioning over the brawl, saying their behaviour put the community at risk. And the twin brother of Sydney surfer Mercury Salakis, who was killed by a shark over the weekend, has shared an emotional tribute on Instagram. In the post, he wrote the pair shared the same soul and losing him was the hardest moment of his life. Beaches will reopen today despite Manly, North Stane and Freshwater closing for almost an hour yesterday after a great white shark was pinged in the area. At least 19 people have been killed in violent clashes between police and protesters in Nepal's capital, Kathmandu. The unrest comes as the government blocked access to several social media platforms, including Facebook, with young protesters attempting to storm the parliament in response. Well, let's go to breaking news now out of France, with the country facing a fresh political crisis as MPs vote to oust the Prime Minister after losing a confidence vote. President Emmanuel Macron now faces the challenge of searching for a 4th PM in just 12 months or calling another snap election. Italian fashion king Giorgio Armani is this morning being laid to rest at a private funeral in a small village near his birthplace in northern Italy. An intimate group of 20 are expected to attend, with Armani stores to be closed as a mark of respect.
Prince Harry has arrived home in the UK as the British royal family paid their respects to the late Queen on the 3rd anniversary of her death. Let's go live to 9 Europe correspondent Jess Millwood in London. Hey Jess, will we see a royal reunion or not?
Hey, Carl. Well, we wait to see because Harry is here for 4 days. He's kicked off his visit back home by visiting the Well Child Awards. He has been patron of this charity for some 18 years. He gave a very heartfelt speech there. It celebrates seriously ill children. But prior to that, and just after he landed, he laid a wreath at the burial site of his late grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, only 11 kilometres away were his brother and sister-in-law. They were also honouring the Queen by visiting the Women's Institute, of which the Queen was a member of for some 80 years. William telling the ladies there he can't believe it's been 3 years since her passing, and I have to agree. Carl.
That's for sure. Jess, thank you. The US president has taken aim, launching an attack against actor Tom Hanks for being destructive and woke. On Truth Social, Trump praised the Alumni Association of the US Military Academy, or West Point, for abruptly cancelling a ceremony honouring the Hollywood A-lister. Hanks has immortalised many military characters and stories on screen and been a passionate advocate for veterans.
From football to fashion, Matilda star Mary Fowler is set to make her runway debut today at Paris Fashion Week. Live now to Today Queensland reporter Andrea Crothers. Andrea, she is a long way from the footy field.
She certainly is, Jane, and she'll be making history as the first professional footballer to take the catwalk for the L'Oreal Paris flagship show. She'll be alongside some big names too, Helen Mirren, Jane Fonda, Kendall Jenner, just to name a few. Now, she admits this is outside her comfort zone, but says she's always been happy to experiment with different looks from a young age. She hopes this will be a chance to inspire other young girls that beauty can really be in every form. You don't have to fit a particular mould. Jane.
She is fantastic in every way, Andrea. Thank you.
It's been a while since a Queenslander was on the catwalk over there.
Has it?
Yeah, it has.
Keeping tabs.
Take your
Alan
note
Border
cards.
back in the day, Haydos,
Okay.
Jimmy Marr even.
Wow, the list goes on.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Very handsome fellas. An event organiser appears to have literally brought the house down of a nightclub in Adelaide. The owner of venue Confession claimed in an online post that Wild Sound System tested their new speakers at unsafe levels and ignored requests to lower the volume.
Video captured the moment bricks came loose before falling. That's some serious bass, isn't it? Wild Sound System has
all
publicly
about the bass.
apologised and added they are covering the costs of the damage. They could just lower the volume.
Confession, you've been to Confession?
No, but there was one called Church in Adelaide that I went to.
Have you been to that one either?
Yeah, I did go to that one once.
Been to both for a while. Might book in this Sunday.
Why not?
Yeah.
Get a bit off your chest.
Make a day of it. Taking a look at the weather across the country, and tropical moisture is being drawn into central parts of the country, where the rain band building over western New South Wales.
We'll see showers spread to Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, Hobart and Adelaide.